In this video, we will learn about what is polymerization, what are the types of polymers, condensation polymerization is discussed in detail, and then we will also learn about the examples of condensation polymerization. So let's first start by looking at the types of polymerization. The two types of polymerization here are the addition polymerization and condensation polymerization. Now let's understand the meaning of these two polymerization. Addition polymerization is, these are the polymers formed by joining just one type of monomer without forming any other product. That is, only one type of monomer is used and only one type of product is formed in this kind of polymerization. But in condensation polymerization, polymers are formed when two different types of monomers or the monomers carrying two different types of functional groups react together, forming the polymer and some another product which may be a very small molecule like water molecule or HCl molecule or maybe some other byproduct. Now let's learn condensation polymerization in detail. These are the polymers formed by reacting one or more types of monomers or the monomers with two or more functional groups, and then they form a polymer and a small molecule of the other product is also formed. The most common examples of condensation polymerization is polyamides and polyesters, which we have commonly heard about. Now we call it condensation polymerization because here many a times water is formed as a byproduct or any such small molecule like HCl is formed as a byproduct. So that's the reason we call them as condensation polymers, or the process is called polymerization. Now let's understand the polyamides first. Now as the name indicates, amide, that shows that it has a functional group amide, that is NHCO group. Now NHCO group is present in the polymer, so it should be formed by an amine group and a carboxylic group. So the monomer should have amine group and an carboxylic group. So here we can see that the monomer has two amine groups on the both sides of the monomer, and the other monomer have carboxylic group on both sides of the monomer. Now during the reaction of these two functional groups, what happens is that the OH group of the carboxylic acid and the H of the amine group gets removed and forms water. But it's not happening just on one of the functional group. It will happen on both of the amine groups and both of the carboxylic groups. Then only it can form a long chain polymer. If only one part of the water is removed, then only dimer is formed, that is only two monomers join together to form the dimer. But to form the polymer, continuous removal of such small molecules from all the monomers is required. So on reaction, the product form has the water formed from the OH and H group, and the monomer of this part has only the NH group where one of the hydrogen is removed to form the water. So we can see that from one H from both the amine groups is removed. So that shows that nitrogen of the amine group is left with one electron to be bonded to one more bond. So this is how an polymer bond is formed. And when the carboxylic group is again bonded to it, same thing happens. That is, when the OH group of this carbon is removed, the carbon is left with one electron which is used to form a bond with the nitrogen, and this is how the polymer bond is formed here. So this way an amine group and carboxylic group reacts together to form an amide linkage, and so a polymer along with the water molecule is formed. When n such molecules of the amine functional group and n such molecules of the carboxylic functional group carrying the monomer reacts together, then an n length of the polymer is formed and n number of water molecules are also formed. Now when we write n here, what does this mean? That this is the part of the polymer which gets repeated n number of times as the n number of monomers has reacted together. And in this polymer, this part is the amide linkage. So the linkage which formed here can be shown with the help of such an diagram, which carries NHCO group as discussed here earlier, and that is the reason we call this polymer as polyamide, carrying amide linkage. Here we have discussed general polyamide formation, but one of the best example of polyamide is the nylon. So let's understand what is nylon again, which is a type of polyamide. The monomer, amine monomer of nylon is as shown here, where the general formula which we had seen earlier is replaced by C6H12. And another monomer is a carboxylic carrying monomer, which has again 6 carbon as it is having here in the amine group also, but it is replaced by C4H8 in the center part, carrying 2 carboxylic groups at the end parts. When these two monomers react together, the same process occurs, that is, the polymer carrying the amine group and the polymer carrying the carboxylic group reacts together, and then an amide carrying linkage forms a big long polymer along with the byproduct water. Here also we can see that one of the hydrogen from the amine group of both sides and the OH group of the carboxylic group from both the carbon is removed to form the water, and an amide linkage is formed here. And when n such molecules of the amine monomer and n such molecules of the carboxylic monomers react together, then the polymer formed is with n number of such repeat units and n number of water molecules. And here again we can show the amide linkage of the polymer with such a box, where the whole is the repeat unit which is repeated n times, because such amine groups and the carboxylic carrying monomers have reacted together to form the polyamide nylon here. Now let's learn another condensation polymer, that is polyester. Now as the name indicates, the repeat unit should have the ester linkage in it. And as we know that the ester is formed from alcohol and carboxylic acid, so one of the monomers should carry alcohol group and another monomer should carry the carboxylic group. Now to form a long chain polymer, it should carry 2 functional groups on one monomer each. And when such monomers react together, again in the same process as we had seen earlier, the OH part of the carboxylic group and H from the alcohol part comes out, that is, react together to form the water molecule, and the remaining part of the monomers form the polymer chain. So here also the H of the alcohol from both the sides is removed, and the OH from the carboxylic groups are same way removed to form the water molecules, and the remaining part of the monomers join together to form a polymer. So here we can see that the O of the alcohol has make a bond with the carbon carrying the carboxylic group as seen here. So this is the alcohol part, and the CO comes from the carboxylic part of the monomer. And when n such molecules of the alcohol monomer and n such molecules of carboxylic monomers react together, then we get a polymer with n such repeat units, where the ester linkage can be seen in the middle of the repeat unit of the polymer. So here the ester group, that is COO, is the repeat unit as the name indicates, polyester, and the most commonly known polyester is terylene, where terylene has a very wide use in the clothing, ropes and many other material, wherein the alcohol carrying monomer is ethane diol, that is, here we have C2H4 group, and in carboxylic monomer the center part is replaced by a benzene ring where the center part is forming the bond with the carboxylic group, which ultimately reacts to form the polyester terylene. Now, other than this, in many of the reactions of the polymers, we may also come across that the carboxylic group of the monomer doesn't carry COOH group, but it may carry COCl group. In this case, rather than removing out the OH, the Cl part is removed, and then this Cl part and the H of the alcohol reacts together to form the HCl rather than the water molecule. But again here a smaller molecule like HCl, just like water, is removed. So still it is called the condensation polymer itself. Only part which changes is the monomer, but the polymer chain remains as such. So in this video we have learnt about the condensation polymerization. In earlier video we have already learnt about the addition polymerization, and then next we will discuss some topic wise questions of the polymerization.